Audience Growth Series. Hello, everyone. My name is Tessa, and this is Kai, and we are with MoveTV. And just a little background, real quick, if you haven't watched this before, I'm a marketing strategist, and Kai is a business coach, and we have a series for you on how to get the clients that are ready to buy and happy to pay in your audience, so you can grow your business. So, we're going to split this up into several different shows because we have a lot of information to cover. We have so many audience growth tips for you all. So I'm going to let Kai go ahead and start with the first one, or I can if you want me to.
No, go for it. Hey.
Perfect. Okay. Well, this is one of my favorites, just because it is very good at growing your audience, and that is to host a contest or a giveaway, because you can actually encourage people to tag you, tag their friends, like posts, follow a channel. There's a ton of ways that you can encourage people to engage with your content inside of a contest. And I use tools like we have King Sumo. I've used that one, or Raffle Copter. They're great tools for managing the people who are signing up. But with AppSumo, they sign up with their name and email, or King Sumo. They sign up with their name and email, and then you can set different ways for them to get points. So if I want Kai to watch a video about my product, I could say you can earn 10 extra entries for watching a video. Tag friends, you get extra. Share with friends on different channels. Post it, share it out to social media. So great way to increase your followers. Plus, it's really easy to pick your winner. You actually just say select a winner, and it randomly selects, and you can even record it while it's doing the selection process, which is kind of cool. I've also done the reveal live so that people get to see it, and that's very cool too. So Kai, do you have, we've done several contests as well, but do you have any insight on the contest side?
Yeah, I think, when you're doing a contest, some of you are thinking, well, I don't even have anyone following me, and probably you have, at least if you're at least posting just a couple times, people will start to follow you if they understand why they're following you. So keep that in mind, that you should be posting something before you do this, and it doesn't have to be a long time, but you want at least a few people in your audience who can then help you to grow your audience, right? And when I say a few people, I don't mean like you need to have hundreds. Even you just need literally a few fans in there who are willing to share this out. So you just have to make sure that whatever the giveaway is, it's something that somebody wants or can use. So if you're like, I don't have the money, because sometimes what you'll do is you can buy, so maybe it's an Amazon gift card or whatnot, but if you don't have the money, it could be a service, right? So you could be like, hey, if you're a logo designer, get your free logo by entering this contest, right? There are so many people who are looking for that. And then that's such a great way for you to, number one, provide a service, get some of that out there, hopefully get a testimonial in return, but also to grow your audience. So think about how can you kind of kill two birds with one stone, right? What can you do to optimize the giveaway? And if you already have an audience, let's say you have a few hundred or maybe you have thousands, who knows? If you have people who you're already connected with, collaborating with, this could be something where it is a group type of a giveaway, right? So I see this all the time, like this coach is going to give this away, they're going to give away the soaps that they're doing, whatever it is, you could have a bundle giveaway. And then that's one way for, number one, for you to share audiences, right? Because now you can make one of the prompts that, hey, you have to go and like these 3 Instagram profiles or whatever that looks like. And then it helps to get in front of their audience as well as whoever their audience is sharing with it. It multiplies the action. So just things to think about is there's so many ways to do it. If you don't know how to do it, then just do it with your audience first. Just try it out. It's okay if it fails the first time. Try again, right? And so don't be discouraged if it doesn't work the first time. Okay,
and I've actually seen
do it again.
Yes, definitely. And I've actually seen where if you post in a group, I had people with no audience whatsoever, but they knew groups and they were participating in a group where the target audience is hanging out. So they were able to post in a group about the contest and drive traffic back to the page and grow the audience. So it's a fun way. And actually, you can also pair when we had like a Gene Simmons one from Kiss that we did, and like zero audience to begin with on this one because we weren't able to tap into the Gene Simmons like base and do this. It was supposed to grow outside of it. So, I mean, obviously, if you partner with somebody who's a known name or somebody who you can add into it, that's super fun. Obviously, that was a really big name, but we actually got to around 10,000 entries on that in the end because we were going to enthusiasts. We were looking for anyone who is, followers of that brand, and we were able to tap into those groups and recognition, name recognition. So along the lines of the collaboration one, maybe you don't have Gene Simmons that you're tapping into, but I think contests are a great way. Plus, do something with the people that you have after the contest. Don't just do the contest and stop. Like you want to nurture that audience.
Yeah,
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so we got contests or giveaways, however you say it in your state. I know there's regulations per state. So then we're going to go into, I can't move my mouse.
It is optimizing SEO for discoverability. And so one of the things that you have to know is, I think when people think of SEO, at least when we meet people, oftentimes they think my website, right? Like my website needs to be SEO friendly. I'm going to hire this person to come and do all the SEO, et cetera, help me rank for this SEO. And the reality is that SEO is simply searchable content. It's, not just your hashtags. It's what you're writing in an Instagram post or a Facebook post on the very top. There are certain social media, I know, for example, Instagram for sure, Pinterest, of course, like they are searchable now, meaning that if you go to the search bar and you type something in, so you're not looking for a specific person or thing, for example, I was looking for people that I'd love to have on the podcast that we are creating for the show. And that is, I was like, okay, so I want some faith-based people because that's a lot of what the podcast is about. So I just put in faith-based. As soon as I put in faith-based, number one, it's showing me all the people who have that in their title. But also if I just press enter, it can give you hashtags. It can have, people who are talking about it. So it's not as simple, or it's not just like only a hashtag, right? It's going to show you anyone who's talking about it, whoever has it in their profile. So think of it that way too, right? It isn't just hashtags. It isn't just your website blog. Okay. Something to remember.
And if you don't know what words to use yet, Answer the Public is great. It can show you all the different words, phrases. You can start typing on Google and don't hit enter right away, but look at the examples that it comes up with. And then also search, and right below it, it'll say other questions that might be relevant to you. So you can see what types of things are people looking for right now. And of course, we love to, properly stock the target audience on social media. So we do go look and see what questions they have, what kinds of pain points they are experiencing, so that you know what to put, because they're searching for something right now and you want to be found for it.
Yes. And so I think, when you talk about organic traffic, organic growth, right? A lot of people dismiss it because it's not fast. And then there's a lot of people who use it because they don't have the finances. So you're kind of like on two separate ends right there. But the reality is organic growth is very important, but it has to be intentional, because organic growth is what's happening over this long period of time. Versus, like I'm doing an ad, I'm going to get like these spurts of growth, correct? And so what you want to think is it's both. It's not just one or the other. So as you're writing your content, you can look up keyword searches that people are looking for. You can look up certain things if you have keywords everywhere, and it will show you like, hey, this many people are looking at this. And it doesn't mean you have to buy it, but you might use that keyword search in your title or your content or whatever that looks like. There's so many ways to do this. Really, we could probably, I think we have done a show on this actually, like how to
we
actually
did.
do this. And it's very meaty. It's a lot of stuff, but you know, the point is, don't just create a post, whether it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, social media, and just think, well, it's not searchable. It is searchable. So be very mindful of what that header looks like, what you're writing in the body. Okay.
Yes. And I put the link for Keywords Everywhere. It is a Chrome plugin, and you pay for credits. And then when you do searches, it comes out of the credits for it. But I still, to this day, I love using that tool because it gives me a lot of insight, like trending up if something's really becoming more popular. It's a good forecast based on the past. So I love it. You can check that one out too. Awesome. Okay. Well, then that was number 2. So definitely create your content around the keywords that people are searching for. So that could be, if you haven't seen our content waterfall or been to one of our sessions about how to do audience growth, then you definitely need to follow us for sure. We have a lot of really good things coming up, but that is one of the things that we taught on recently.
Yeah.
So last one that we're going to cover for today, because I know we're going to kind of give you guys a sneak peek and a gift at the end of this. But the last one, Kai, is the collaboration, which is Kai's favorite.
It is my favorite. Collaborate with influencers. And this is really where you're partnering with other people, influencers, industry experts, to reach their audience and really tap into their followers. And how does this work? And this is something I talk about all the time because it literally is how we have built our businesses. So everyone comes to us like, hey, can you do my social media? Can you, whatever it is. And it's like, this is the tactic we always tell them, like, hey, we can do the content, we'll put it up for you. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to grow faster, you need to tap into other people's audience. And this should always be a part of your strategy. So how we do this is every single day. I actually have a checklist, which we are going through. We're testing it out right now just to make sure it will be useful to you all. But once we're done, we'll give it to you. But in that checklist, I go through every week. I'm going through and I have specific people, we call them our hot list, right? So we have our hot list collabs, people that we want to get in front of their audience. That might be like, hey, come and join us on this show. That might be, come onto the podcast. That might be, hey, can we, reach out and maybe do something on your side of the show, like maybe they have a live, maybe they have a post, whatever it is, but you're trying to offer them value in some way. But first, it starts with the relationship building. Okay, so it's not like, hey, I have a hot list. Okay, it's Gary V. And I'm like, hey, Gary V, come and do this for me. And that's not how it works, right?
I wish we could.
Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing? But you need to be very intentional about how you're growing and how you're building these relationships, right? So let's pretend, not that I would actually have Gary V because he's got probably billions of followers, but if he were on my hot list, then what would I be doing? I would be trying to foster a relationship with him, right? And that might look like, actually following him, actually sharing some of his content out, showing up in the comments, liking, things like that, where you're truly supporting that person. So number one, it should be somebody that you actually love what they're doing, right?
It has to align.
Yeah, exactly. It has to align with what you're doing. It has to make sense. So, you're not trying to steal their audience, but you're trying to, maybe you're as Tessa always talks about, a peanut butter and jelly type of industry. So, maybe it's a life coach, but I'm a business coach, but they serve entrepreneurs. And so I might be able to help in that arena, whereas they have that audience that's just right for me, right? So I'm not taking anybody from them because I'm not a life coach, but I can help them. Whoever has, business issues, I can help with that, right? So just thinking of it from that perspective. So Tessa and I are a great example. Tessa does sales and marketing, and she builds out funnels and websites. I do strategy and coaching, right? And so that is how we come together. We're not taking from one another. We're serving the same audience in different ways. So
and like coming together so that it serves in a more cohesive way too.
yeah.
So it's like, it's natural for people. Actually, I require that my clients have a coach, because I think they can't make any important business decisions if they don't have someone there to really help them through when they get stuck. And so that's a perfect, they need Kai and they need me at the same time in their business. So I love it. It's a good symbiotic, but you might be able to find someone who does that's in a totally different area. Like for me, their web SEO, we just talked about, an SEO company and a web design company are very good together because they both help each other to go up in the rankings, So think about, just if you don't know what kind of peanut butter and jelly industry you might be able to tap into, let us know in the chat, because that's our brainstorming skills will be put to waste if you don't start using them, everyone. So let us know. Oh, that's perfect. And then some of the things that you can do to get, Kai has this checklist, which is systematic approach to building that relationship. Then actually asking for it. Actually, Kai and I, it was just kind of a casual conversation. It wasn't anything. We were in a mastermind together already. So sometimes it's just naturally just have that conversation. Hey, I'm really interested in finding a way for us to work together and help each other grow is a great way to start that conversation out, because you can help each other grow.
Yeah.
But we do have some templates for influencers, like how to ask, how to get that door open. There's also some websites for influencers if you want to hire somebody, if you're not doing the, hey, we're trading and building each other's audiences. You can actually work with an influencer that you pay money to get posts. Just be careful, because you want to know that there's a commitment between each parties, no matter what. Even if you're working as a partnership, like there has to be a commitment that both are going to be helping this grow, not just one-sided.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. Well, we got 3 that we just did with you guys today. We'll have lots more in this series. We also have another series going, which is how to build funnels and grow your audience through a funnel. So it's more automation, and it's scheduled nurturing. A lot of people think they have nurturing, but they haven't really figured it out. So definitely hit the bell so you guys get notifications when we go live. And last thing, I promised you guys that we were going to let you know about our gift. We do have the Power Funnel Lab coming up here shortly. So I'm going to pop in the link for the Power Funnel Lab. And Kai, can you just give him a little brief while I'm grabbing the link and putting it in?
Yeah. So in the Power Funnel Lab, we're really going through, the audience growth tactics. We sit with you. We brainstorm through your business. It's a free event. It's a 2-day virtual event. We do ask that you show up and you participate, because we do try to keep it smaller, more intimate, so that we can really work on each other's business and have an opportunity to network with other businesses. So, it's really about, a lot of people, we focus on, okay, we want the audience growth, but we don't have a strategy behind it. So for example, you come today, you saw these 3 tactics, you're going to go and do them, right? But then what next? And that's really what the Power Funnel Lab is all about, is what actually is required to, number one, get in front of people, but also to get them to become fans, to have, an audience that is ready to buy and happy to pay. And what does it actually take to get them from, hey, it's nice to meet you, to how much is this? How can I actually work with you? How do we do that? And that is exactly what we go through in this event. And so it's so worth your time. There is no selling. That is a promise that we make, because we understand how sleazy that can be or feel to people. So what we ask, though, is that you participate, because this is something that we sell to high-end clients. And we are doing this free because we understand what it was like to be there, but also because it's so important. I was just talking to Tessa about this the other day as I was going through this hot list checklist of, audiences or people that I want to collaborate with for the show or for the podcast, that I would see these people. So I'd write the notes down, right? Like, okay, this person. And then I would go to their page to just check out like what their content is, to start following all these things. And I would notice like, man, it's been a year since they posted. And it just breaks my heart, because it's like, if you were consistent and you keep going, right? They could be at such a different place right now than they were a year ago, but they probably didn't have a funnel or a tactic. So it felt like they were just doing it over and over again. So really this event is about getting you off of the hamster wheel and really thinking as a business owner, how do I make this happen? And how do I scale it? Right? So that it's not me every step of the way. And so that's really what it's about. So we would love to have you guys. We would love to host you. And so I think you dropped the
I
link.
did.
Okay.
I did. It's in the chat. And if you guys have any, just go to that link and sign up. And like I said, it's completely free. And we've been really called to do this event. And then we also have a business clinic that we are doing on a regular basis for everyone just to come and brainstorm and really get your business going, and get it unstuck. I think that's what
And
we
just
all
as a
found.
heads up, it is for geared at Christian females. Why? You're more than welcome to come, but we do pray. So you've been warned. So if you're gonna, so if you come, please do come, but don't be offended by how we talk or if we're praying. I just want you to know that ahead of time. We welcome everybody, but it is
for the business clinic. Yes. For
Yes.
Power Funnel Lab, we don't, but
Yeah.
you just understand that that's part of us, part of our business. So
Yeah.
that's just who we
That's
are.
how we help people grow. So.
Yes. But for the business clinic, yes, that is. And the Power Funnel Lab, I'm just going to put up on the screen so you can see. So MoveToCEO.com/PFL Power Funnel Lab. And we are excited to get to know you guys and see how we can help your business grow. But tune in for our next show, which will be more audience growth tips for you. All right. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye. The music that